Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Oshi no Ko X Tensura by StaciaPLE. Prologue. I Hoshino had a crippling secret. She had gotten pregnant at the age of 15 and was an idol. Idols are forbidden from dating, let alone having kids, or so it was what the world had come to agree on. To ensure no one would know her secret, she went on a hiatus and moved to a relatively quaint town. Her manager and agency's president accompanied her during her time in that town. She had a fun time in that town, despite her circumstances. I Hoshino is truly a free-spirited person. One such doctor and a long-standing loyal fan would say. Today, she was finally going to undergo an ultrasound to identify her baby's gender. Although, I seem to care more about finally seeing her child than its gender entirely. Let's see, this won't hurt, but please do remain still. The doctor who had been tasked to I Hoshino was named Goru Amamiya. Geez doc, I know already, what do you take me for? I responded with a question, but Goru ignored it entirely. The ultrasound began, and a few seconds in, many were shocked by the results they saw. I Hoshino was carrying triplets. Twins would be a shocker, but triplets? Ichigo Saito, who was I's manager, nearly collapsed from shock. Triplets you say? I Hoshino was extremely excited about the news. However, it seemed she was the only one. Both Ichigo and Goru almost died from shock, while Ichigo's wife, Miyako, seemed disturbed. Goru immediately thought of various things, such as, can I successfully deliver these children? Or was it necessary to make her go cesarean? Nonetheless, both were adults to their core. They wouldn't voice their opinions on a mother who's just happy to see her children. It would strike a bad taste in either of them. But most of all, hooray! What do I do? What do I do? I'm so excited all of a sudden. Her dazzling expression of happiness erased all thoughts at that moment. Later on, it was time for I to go into labor. I wanted Goru to deliver her kids, but he had gone missing hours before. Everyone was extremely worried, but I needed to deliver her kids safely, so they had gotten another doctor. After what seemed to be painstaking hours of waiting and waiting, finally, 3 beautiful kids were born. Unbeknownst to anyone, these 3 kids had quite the secrets hidden inside. A man named Satoru Mikami was stabbed by a man in a black hoodie. Reports say the man was hysterical and was aiming for another target. That's awful. News outlets these days are quick to report murders. Don't you think so, Ichigo-san? Where am I? Who's talking? Give it a rest. You should focus on recovering. After all, you gave birth to triplets. Triplets? Give birth to? Didn't I die? Satoru Mikami, the man who's currently being talked about on television as of this moment, was inside one of the children's bodies. To be exact, his soul had been transferred to this soulless body. And so were his other 2 siblings. But as of this moment, he was the only one with consciousness. An especially strong soul commanded more control over the body, even at the earliest stages of life. Having consciousness as a newborn baby wasn't thanks to that, however. It feels like I'm missing a lot of information, but I can remember my entire life as Satoru Mikami. No, I still am Satoru, right? You're such a prude. Fine. I'll let Aqua, Ruby, and Rimuru comfort me. Ichigo massaged his temples. You've got the order backwards. It's Rimuru, Ruby, and Aqua. How come you messed up even Rimuru? She's got blue hair, for God's sake. Satoru couldn't see due to being a newborn baby, but he could somewhat hear. I'm a baby now? Am I one of those kids they mentioned? All of a sudden, Satoru suddenly felt a shaking motion as if he was being picked up. This here is Rimuru. She's got blue hair. Got it. And this is... After those words, Satoru was deep in thought. Hold the phone. You said what now? There's no way this man just told me I'm a girl and have blue hair. Ichigo-san. Rimuru's crying. Stop being so loud, shish. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, Rimuru. I'm officially screwed. So much for being a predator in my next life. At the thought of the word, predator, Rimuru suddenly experienced a heavy headache. It was a horrible thing to imagine a baby experiencing. But the weird thing was, it was all in Rimuru's head. Her baby's body never showed signs of pain. Perhaps newborn babies couldn't express pain quite yet, but Rimaru's body was calm all throughout. What's with this headache? The mere thought of predator suddenly made my head hurt like hell. Come to think of it, why did I think of that word anyway? Never mind, what's more important is my current situation. Remember, you are first and foremost our top idol. If you want to quit, I can understand. The decision is yours, and we'll support you however we can. Things suddenly turned serious while I was dying from a headache. And wait, do you mean the I who's been so popular lately? I'm her daughter? No, I'll never quit. Her tone. It sounds like she's serious. How old was she again? 16. And she's already had kids. That'd be the end of her career if this hasn't already gotten to the public. It doesn't matter if I have to keep this lie, I will continue being an idol president. I will become what I've always wanted to become. Don't stop there, what do you want to become? Hey. It'll be hard, to keep such a big lie from your fans. You should be absolutely careful and thorough about this. Though, I trust that you've already considered that, am I right? Without seeing her face, Rimaru knew what expression she had when said the following words. Yes. I will achieve what I want, and I will make sure to bring my kids along with me. There's nothing stopping me now. With the most dazzling and captivating smile she ever had, I had resolved to solidify her name amongst the greatest talents in the world. 2 years had passed. There are 3 things I'd like you to hear. First of all, I found out that my brother and sister are like me. They also remember their past lives and can speak normally even as a toddler. I first saw them speaking to each other while they were browsing our mom's phone. It looked like they were reading her tweets, or more like tweets about her. You could imagine the shock I experienced seeing 2 babies casually conversing with each other. At first, I merely observed the 2. But one day, they were in the middle of cornering our poor babysitter. She apparently wanted to babble about I's secret, but the 2 were quick to move and performed an act so incredibly adorable I decided to jump in. If you don't want heavenly retribution, you must. Ruby was struggling to get her next words out, so I chimed in. You must keep your mouth secured. None shall ever lay witness to the truth behind our mother's secret. The 2 were shocked to hear me speak, and so was Miyako. After that, the 2 had a lot of questions for me. Ruby was more enthusiastic to question me despite the sheer creepiness of babies talking, but I guess they're used to it by now. Aqua on the other hand seemed observant of me. I sometimes join in on their shenanigans every now and then, but I digress. The second thing is that my appearance is absolutely adorable. Maybe it's because of I's genes, but I have quite a gorgeous face if you ask me. I see this as a win. Although, parting with my son whom I've had for 37 years was quite sad, it took me a while to accept reality, you know. I think when I grow up I'd be a top class in terms of face. Oh no, I'm gonna be so popu. The third thing is that Hoshino the idol really is me mom. To think I'd be reborn as an idol's child is something else. I remember there was a saying like that amongst youngsters back when I was Satoru. Fufu, witnessing I practice and attending her concerts for free is the best. Being a toddler is the best. I don't have to work, and I can eat and sleep whenever I want. Even a part of my mentality is slowly adjusting to my environment. This is all so surreal that I had to double down on most of the stuff I'm seeing. Rimaru, can you calm down Ruby? She's throwing a fit again. But why, Rimaru? They're being mean again. Help me defend mom. So that's why. Lately, I've been helping Ruby construct her responses to anyone saying bad things about I always help her, since I don't want anyone pissing on I's name. That's how I've been living life up until now. Until something drastic happens, I'll enjoy this life the best I can.